Hi everyone, Teddy Baldassarre with TeddyBaldassarre.com, and in this video we're looking at some everyday watches from Seiko with the SRPE53 and 63. So in this video and on this channel, we cover watches available for purchase on our website, TeddyBaldassarre.com, as a full authorized dealer. So in this video, deep dive on these timepieces, final points of consideration at the end, but also throughout the video if you're looking to buy these watches or learn more, link will be in the description down below to the product page. But guys, let's jump into the video, take a closer look at these watches. So Seiko is closely associated with some of the most value-packed mechanical watches on the market, with the legendary SKX 007 and 009 divers earning cult classic status over the course of more than 20 years in the market. But times have changed, and the original SKX with its outdated 7S26 caliber was discontinued in 2019. Now, the same year, Seiko took the basic SKX case design and dial and revived it within a format that had a better caliber and brought down some of the more professional specs with the Seiko 5 Sports Collection. Models like the SRPE53 and 51 that retain the 42.5mm diameter and rotating bezel from the SKX have absolutely taken off, and much of the attention has been going that way pretty much ever since their release. But in 2020, Seiko decided to take a shift, take the SKX in terms of its design style, and in the newer Seiko 5 Sports Collection by removing the rotating bezel and then shrinking the case just enough to create something completely different and special for its price range. The DressKX, as it's sometimes affectionately known, has grown to represent an attainable staple in its own right in only 3 years on the market. And in this video, we'll check out the blue dial SRPE53, which comes on a stainless steel bracelet, as well as a NATO strapped equipped sibling, the SRPE63. At 40mm in diameter and only 44.6mm lug to lug, the DressKX case format brings the basic case shape from the SKX, but swaps the rotating diver's bezel for a more narrow, fixed steel bezel. On the wrist, the watch feels substantially smaller, a factor that is only aided by the slim 11.5mm in case height, or relatively thin, I should say. Like many Seiko watches, this watch wears smaller than what the case diameter indicates, for me presenting more like a 38 to 39mm watch on wrist. Set between 20mm lugs, the SRPE53 offers a 3-link stainless steel bracelet with stamp and folded end links, pin adjusted solid links, and a stamped 18mm clasp that offers only 2 points of micro adjustment. While the bracelet is nothing exceptional, it's solid for under $300, but is going to fall behind some of the leaders in this price category. If you're looking for a breezier and slimmer wearing option, that's where the SRPE63 variant comes in, offering a navy blue NATO strap with stainless steel hardware that is, like any decent nylon strap, relatively comfortable and casual in its looks. Moving into the finishing, the central case presents with some circular brushing on the lug tops paired with sculpted and polished case sides. The crown guards at 4 feel almost organic in their architecture, flanking a 6.2mm push-pull crown that is devoid of any signature. At the back, we have a screw-down exhibition case back when paired with the crown that provides the DressKX with a capable 100 meters of water resistance. Again, taking up view of the front of the watch, we have a stepped, slender bezel with alternating finishes that help to class up the design. Just within, a flat mineral crystal provides clear view of the striking sunray dial just lying beneath. Now, in either of these blue dial variations, we have the same deep navy blue color and sunray effect for the primary dial surface, paired with the raised geometric indices that follow the SKX established style, while also adding a polished rim. The handset is also classic Seiko in its shape, but proportionally slimmed down to match this more refined presentation. With this being a Seiko, the luminescent material is thickly applied to both the hands and dial and glows with impressive incandescence that is class leading for a watch that leans more refined. At 3, both the day and date are indicated beneath a straightforward rectangular aperture, with only the applied Seiko word mark, printed 5 logo just beneath, and cursive automatic script at 6 to break up the otherwise clean dial. Of course, for less than $300, the dial finishing is nothing short of exceptional, and the overall effect here is clean and offers just enough refined touches to elevate this piece above a lot of Seiko's more utilitarian offerings, while still being highly legible in both day and nighttime conditions. Now, turning the DressKX over, we take up view of the in-house 4R36. Now, Seiko's 4R collection of calibers took off right where the older non-hacking and non-hand-winding 7S26 left off, providing a reliable workhorse caliber intended to use inside Seiko's most attainable watches. While it's nothing sexy by any means, the 4R36 is a basic 3-hand day-date caliber operating at 3 Hz or 21,600 vibrations per hour and providing a power reserve of approximately 41 hours. The 4R series of calibers debuted in 2011 and have already seen active service in millions of watches at this point. Also being offered by Seiko Instruments as the NH series. These watches are very easy to regulate if you ever wanted to do so, but the quoted accuracy out of the box for them are -35 to +45 seconds per day, though the vast majority of Seiko models that we test perform much better, with these two examples running between +7 to +10 seconds a day, and the other +4 to +8 seconds per day when testing across 5 different positions. Just to unpack for these movements, 21,600 vibrations per hour, 3 Hertz. It does feature hacking and hand winding, hacking stopping the second hand when you pull the crown to the farthest position, and again, a power reserve of 41 hours. All right, so now to unpack when looking at these SRPE53 and 63 options. So let's start with some of the cons, and then we'll shift over to the pros. Now to begin, bracelet is just okay. It's not exceptional, but it's also in a price range where you're probably not expecting exceptional anyways. Accuracy can be a bit hit or miss. It just depends on what your expectations are. I'm always about just setting the proper expectations when you're getting a watch. Know what the brand says is acceptable by their standards and determine if you'd be okay with that. For me, if I'm looking at a watch for $200 to $300, I'm okay if it's running 20 seconds off a day. There's no problem for me there. But for some, that might be an issue, and that's a possibility with these movements on the inside. It's well within those specs. And finally, the mineral glass. Some people might have an issue with this. I don't in this price range. This is very standard for the Seiko 5 collection, and there are other watches within Seiko's catalog where I think you could maybe be a little bit harder on it than these. But now shifting over to the pros, and I'm just gonna start with this. I think this watch is one of those easy recommendation picks, or an easy, just no-brainer option for the price category. When people ask, hey, what's the best watch I can get in that $200 to $300 range that can just cover me in every scenario? This is one that's on a short list. It's great for those that have a solidified collection and just want to have another pillar. It's great for those that want maybe potential beater, or it's great for those that are just starting out and want that first staple within their collection to start this mechanical watch journey. The size works with its versatile looks to really pair with a wide variety of wrists in a wide variety of scenarios. Finishing for the dollar, especially on that dial, is exceptional. Movement is no nonsense. Again, not sexy. It's not going to have the tightest range of deviation or accepted deviation, but still does the job and it's going to work. And the Loom is class leading. Seiko, along with Citizen, are the best value for dollar for Loom in the mainstream watch sphere. All in all, these are just no-brainer watches. They're just some of those watches that come along every once in a while that you just look at them and you're like, you know what? Hey, they're not perfect, but man, if you're just trying to maximize your dollar and try to get a great watch, no nonsense in its approach, and have some history of design that you can lean on, these are watches that do all of that. And I think most people that decide to get these are gonna be very happy with their purchase. All right, guys, well, thank you again so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. That does help out the channel. And also, if you're in the market for the watch featured here, we do have it available on TeddyBaldassarre.com. TeddyBaldassarre.com is an authorized dealer of over 30 brands, quick and fast fulfillment, dedicated customer support, and a full factory warranty for all the products that we offer. And how we're able to fund all the productions here, as well as on our main channel, is through selling watches on our site. So if you want to support the content, you're in the market for a watch, we would love to have your business because it allows us to keep doing what we're doing here, and we love what we do. But guys, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.